Think you can steal my stuff and get away with it? Good luck studying for exams with a broken laptop. Back in my first year of college, I used to live in a residence on campus with 3 other dudes. 2 of them were cool, shout out to Dog and Owl, but the third, named David, had a nasty habit of taking things that weren't his and mysteriously forgetting that the objects had fallen into his possession. Of the items he had stolen and were subsequently found in his room included food/snacks, notebooks, vapes, and earbuds, albeit cheap ones. We'd all complained to our app, but since they were such small items, we were told that we should just have a house meeting and talk about it with David to have the problem fixed. We had 2 of those where he claimed, "It all looks so similar. How am I supposed to know which is mine?" Considering that we all kept our crap in our rooms, this was obviously BS, but their app residence assistant said unless it was something major, campus police wouldn't launch an official investigation. So we instituted a masking tape policy and marked everything, but lo and behold, he still continued his petty theft. Knowing nothing would happen unless I took action, I planned my revenge. I shelled out around $80 for something similar to this bad boy. It was a USB device that once plugged into an unsecured USB port, fried the computer by building a charge and dispersing it into the port, pretty much destroying the CPU among other parts. Now obviously I wasn't going to plant this anywhere, but I had to make it seem like this was a tool and not some sort of setup. So I roped Dog and Alan on my plan and installed this software called Device Lock, which protects USB ports from being used without express permission from the user on all of our devices. Also, just in case the arsehole tried to plug it into our laptops, I even went as far as taping my name to this silicon time bomb. With them roped in, the last thing to do was wait and see if David had learned his lesson. It took all of 3 days, but expectedly David did not learn his lesson. I was at the library when this happened, but David had decided that this sexy USB would be the perfect addition to his collection of stolen wares, so he went into my room and took it. Big mistake. I got a Snapchat from Dog that David was going postal, and I needed to get back ASAP. I hightailed it, and when I got near our residence, I could physically hear David swearing and yelling from the hallway. When I got inside, he was cussing/screaming that he was gonna sue me for purposely trying to damage his laptop by booby-trapping a USB. Admittedly, I should have held my composure better, but I laughed in that mofo's face. I told him that the USB was clearly labeled with my name on my desk in my room, and I was using it to test whether my computer ports were secured from devices such as this. Screaming ensued from him, after which our Ra showed up, heard that crap fest from down the hall, and asked what the hell was happening. I stayed quiet to let David attempt to lie his way out of this, but holy frick, the dumb crap kept to his story. After explaining my side, the Ra said we are both going to campus police as this was pretty serious. Cue me thinking I just fricked up my whole future for a stupid act of revenge. When we got there and explained our stories, campus police had none of David's crap. They told him that 1. He cannot sue me, since this was not a trap, but a security tool that was within my own living space, of which he had no right entering to steal from, and 2. He was being relocated to the crappy single residences on the other side of campus, and if they caught wind of this again, he was getting banned for life from Rees, as well as receiving a non-academic offense. A nice little chat with the dean about his misconduct. His tone immediately flipped to crying and saying he had all his exam notes on there. It was stress that was causing him to do this, and he had paid to live in the nicer dormitory style housing, but they basically told him, "Tough shit, this is your one and final warning." The 3 of us enjoyed the rest of the semester with an extra bedroom for storage space and beer pong, which was definitely a win. As for David, I've only ever seen him in the cafeteria/library on occasion, sitting there studying without his laptop. TL, Doctor, shitty roommate steals art stuff and gets a shocking surprise that decimates his laptop.